I've been a videographer and now production company owner for the past 5 years. And over that period of time, there's something that I've noticed. There's one skill above all else that's going to contribute to you getting hired more, getting repeat clients, getting repeat business, and lowering your stress levels and overall enjoying your professional life a bit more. And today, we're going to talk about that skill. If you're new around here, hello, my name is Oliver Whitehouse. To date, I'm 5 years deep in the game with the ambition of running a world-class video production company. I've worked on projects all over the UK and internationally, including in the US and the UAE. So with all the social proof credibility bullshit out the way, it's important to mention I have nothing to sell you. The only reason why I make these videos is to express the knowledge that I now have but did need 5 years ago. So if you have similar ambitions of growing a big creative business, and hopefully these videos will help you accelerate in that journey. So let's get into the video. It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. What I'm about to mention, the skill that I'm about to mention, does not replace the foundational skills that you need to build as a videographer, right? Lighting, camera, composition, making people feel at ease on camera, being punctual, being organized, all of those foundational things, right? It doesn't replace that. But those skills are only going to take you so far, in my opinion. There's only so good that you can get technically before you have to start introducing more intrapersonal skills that are going to make you stick out in people's minds, right? Because anybody can get good at lighting, camera, or being organized, being punctual. Like anyone can be on time, right? But I don't think, well, anyone can develop this skill, but you just have to have the right mindset behind it, right? And that skill is being resourceful. So let me explain what I mean here, because this can really take you to the next level, because there are so many different applications that I can think of. And I'm not going to name all of them in this video. I'm just going to give you a couple of concrete examples here. But there are so many positive benefits that come out of you being resourceful as a videographer, right? Let's say that there is a specific piece of kit, right? Like it goes wrong on a shoot and you need to find it and you need to source it like within the next hour. I've literally had this before where I turned up to a shoot and my gimbal plate, right, for my RS2, that's how long ago it was. The gimbal plate for my RS2 just wasn't fitting on the camera wasn't fitting on the gimbal for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe it got dented or like something. Anyway, it wasn't sorted and I needed to be filming within an hour, right? And I remember I went on Google, went to Wex photo and video. The nearest Wex was like a mile down the road. This is in the middle of London with no parking, nothing like that. So I shot over to Wex just before they opened, and like the point that I'm trying to make here is that the conversation, like I could have bought one from Wex, but they didn't have any in stock, blah, 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 whatever, right? So what ended up happening was I took the plate, I took the gimbal plate from a demo model in the store, right? And basically said to the blokes behind the desk, like this wasn't their idea at all. This was all me just thinking and being creative and thinking of solutions on the spot. But I took the gimbal plate from the X demo model and I returned it at the end of the day. And I just think that just shows like the level of detail and resourcefulness that you need to go to in order to solve problems, right? Because it could have been so easy for me to be like, oh, the gimbal plate's not working, there's nothing I can do, the shoot's fucked, right? Or I get to Wex and they don't have any in stock and the next store is 2.5 miles down the road and I don't have time to go there because like this was my only shot, so I'm fucked, right? Like it's all about the mindset here, right? It's all about the mindset of like there is a solution, there is a solution to this problem and we are going to figure out what that is and we are going to work with people and be a good human and be nice enough that they want to help you, right? Like I even suggested to them about buying a brand new gimbal, and I think once I suggested that I was going to drop $1,000 on a gimbal, they knew how important it was, and then all of a sudden they like were working with me to figure out solutions to the problem, right? That's just one example just there. Let's say that there is a specific type of person that you need for a project. This happened just recently, right? We were producing a thing and the client wanted like these really kind of like high-tech motion graphics within the video. That's not our bag. That's not what we do. But within like an hour, I had found the perfect person at the right budget who had the skills to fulfill that job, right? And I could have quite easily said to myself, I don't have anybody on the roster that's going to be able to do it. So just said to the client, I'm sorry, but we can't fulfill fulfill that, right? Unhappy client, unhappy me, everything's wrong, right? But there is that person out there. They do exist, right? This is the point, is that like the same point that I was making in the previous example, there is a solution, right? You just have to have the right mindset in order to find it. There is always going to be issues and problems and obstacles and challenges and stuff that you have to overcome if you're going to go down this path of running a business, right? That is a given. And I promise you that if you have the right mindset, if you go into it thinking that there is a solution, but we just have to figure it out. We just have to be smart enough and we just have to be quick enough and creative enough to come up with a solution on the spot that may or may not be the perfect solution, but it's a solution. It's going to get you closer to the problem that you're trying to solve. And ultimately, I think going to show your clients, your team, yourself, the level of dedication that you have to making this thing happen, how much you care about fulfilling a good service, about being a good leader, right? About getting stuck in, showing yourself the type of person that you are, insofar as like, if there's anything that happens in any walk of life, I am the type of person that can fix this. I am the type of person that will solve this problem because that's just who I am, right? Like that is the biggest skill beside the foundational ones, right? But the biggest skill that I think that you can develop. It's the people that get paid the most, the people that have the most repeat work, the people that have happy clients, the people that aren't stressed, the people that enjoy their life and enjoy their career, right? They will have a level of resourcefulness that is unmatched. I guarantee you that, right? Like I said, it's about mindset. The winners and the losers, right? The ones who know that they might not be able to solve this problem right now, but they're going to figure it the fuck out, right? There's no way that they're not going to try, you know? And then you also have people on the other side that will never be able to figure it out because ultimately they believe that they can't. And that's what I think is the biggest skill that you can possibly develop as a videographer or creative. And this probably goes further, but I'm not in those fields, so I don't know. That's everything that I've got for this video. Feel free to check out all the rest of the videos on the channel, and I will catch you very soon. Goodbye.